Happy Taco Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Today is June 25th. And before I start this class, I have to give a big shout out to my son who turned 13 on today. If I wasn't so busy this morning, he would be sitting right here, but couldn't do it. But she's like, Dad, I want a steak dinner tonight. All right, I got you. I'm gonna give him a little steak dinner. Now I'm hooking him up. And then I got some stuff coming up for him that he's gonna be excited about. And the reason why I love doing this is because when you have done your part and taking care of business in the classroom, and you be mannerable and respectful and stuff of that nature, it makes it a lot easier for people to do things for you. And I have never had any complaints from both my boys, but in this case, I can't believe I have a teenager. My 13-year-old, I am definitely grateful for. So if you're watching this, happy birthday, son, and work on that jumper, because it's still broke. I mean, you think I'm just gonna? I mean, let's be realistic. Until it's consistent, it's broke. He got that Tony Allen jumper. What you know about Tony Allen? Second thing. What happened 2 Sundays ago?
Father's Day?
It was Father's Day, right? All right. That had nothing to do with any of that, but he didn't. But anyway, I'm not sure about that. And we all have those special men in our lives: our fathers, our uncles, our brothers, stuff to that nature, educators, coaches, mentors, stuff to that nature. And I want to give them a quick round of applause. But 4 foot, put that way. But I call him 4 foot. No disrespect. I call him 4 foot. How tall are you? I'm done talking. Facts. Get your facts right. But anyway, with that being all said, today's class is about. Today's class is about the Queen.
Yes, sir.
Which one? It's like 4 of them.
Time out.
No.
Good question.
The Queen?
Wait, hold up. Time out and good question. I had to catch myself.
Oh.
Today's class is about the Queen.
Latifah.
Say again. Thank you. Ask him again.
Latifah.
It's about women, but in particular, black women, as well as brown women, as well as women of color. So, what I want you to do now is take 1 minute. You can talk with your neighbor. You ain't got to talk with no one. But take 1 minute to think about what woman or women have played a significant part in your life. 1 minute. Go. What woman has played a significant role in your life? Color one. What's up, color one? It can be more than one. It can be more than one. What woman has played a significant, or women have played a significant role in your life? All right, who wants to start us off? Go ahead. Master.
My mom.
My mom.
My 2 sisters.
My 2 sisters.
My grandma.
Grandma or grandma?
My My grandma.
My grandma. You see how we all say my grandma.
And my 5 aunts.
And my 5 who?
Aunts.
My 5 aunties. Okay, cool. What you got, 4 foot?
My great grandma.
Great grand, big mama. Okay.
My grandma on my mom and dad's side.
Uh huh.
My mom.
Okay.
And my sister. And my mom.
Okay. Let's go over here.
So first my mom,
Okay.
my grandma,
Okay.
my great grandma,
Your great grandma's a big mom.
yeah,
Uh
and
huh.
my 7th grade science teacher.
7th grade science teacher. Why this person?
Because Miss McClendon, she's like a mother to me, and
Cool.
she teaches me a whole lot about it's kind of like the same stuff that she do, pop culture, and also just opinions and stuff like that.
Okay.
My mom, my grandma on my dad's side.
Mom and grandma on dad's side. Cool. Anybody else? Yep.
So first, there's my mother.
Mom.
Then there's my grandmother on my mom's side.
Okay.
My grandmother on my dad's side.
Okay.
My, I guess you could say my big mama on
Okay.
my mom's side.
Okay.
And my middle school math teacher.
Okay. Why your middle school math teacher?
She's one of the best teachers I ever had. And she was, and she
Did
was.
y'all go to school together or something?
Since 3rd grade.
Oh, word.
Yeah, all the same.
So you know the same teacher?
Miss Fennell, yeah.
Would you agree?
Uh,
Okay. Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. We're talking positive. We're talking positive.
Now here's the story.
We're talking positive only.
There were no negatives about her and I, but I can understand why he would say that because she once logged him out of the school.
She locked me out the school for like 10 whole minutes. It was, I did the smallest thing.
Wait, what did you do?
So
What had happened was, what had happened was,
bathrooms in Salem, right? It's like a little curved wall here with the bathrooms on each side. And there's
I don't even want to hear the story.
No. I didn't even do all that. There's a hallway here, and there's doors outside to the school there. I just pushed the door open a little bit, and then she pushed me out the door. for 10 whole minutes. And then she told Komet to let me back in.
She did it on purpose.
Of course she did it on purpose. She saw me try the door open and she pushed me out.
we'll leave that subject alone.
We nicknamed her a math.
All right, anybody else before we wrap up that? So my mother, my mother, I was her senior year of high school, so I owe her everything. My mom has been a rock for me when I was down and out with my life, and she just said, boy, if you don't get your act together and pray and keep God first.
That's what my mom
What she
always says.
always says, keep God first, treat people with respect, take care of your responsibilities, say your prayers, and wash your hands, especially if you got your finger in your mouth. Because you don't open doors and touch walls and shake hands with people, and the first thing you do is put your finger in your mouth. So you got all the germs inside you, and you wonder why you're sick. Anyway. And you don't know what these people done done with their hands. They probably done scratched their head, scratched the nuts, you know what I'm saying, and touched the wall, probably digging their nose, and next thing you know, they done shake your hand, and now you don't got your hand in your mouth. Touched the desk, but they probably was sitting back and done sweated on the desk, on the chair, you know what I'm saying, touched the phone, which is probably the most germatic thing on you, you know, you never know. Your headphones, you know what I'm saying, but you want to put your finger in your mouth. You might like it, I don't know. Pineapples. But my mom definitely, and my grandmother, who is 95 years old, she raised me until I was 8. She one who taught me how to read. Actually, she taught me how to read using TV guides. That's how I learned how to read. Of all the things, TV guides. She was like, go grab the TV guide, baby. All right. I'll sit there, I think I was 4 years old, however old, and we'll read. She would say, read this, and read this, and I'll just read it. And you know, TV guide, small, the old school TV guide, not the new one, the old one, the print, small, the font was like that big. TV guide is like a guide for all the TV shows that would come on.
Like what they have in hotels.
Yeah, kind of in the hotels, but it was an actual magazine for that. You know, just way before the internet. Way before, well, internet. As well as my oldest son, mom, who once again today is our son's birthday. I have deemed her the smartest woman I've ever met, / the smartest person I've ever met, because once again she attended a school called UC Irvine, And
What's that?
say University of California at Irvine is one of the top public schools in California, and she majored in chemistry and said it was easy.
At all.
All right.
She majored in chemistry at UC Irvine and said it was easy. Granted, she said some classes were hard, but she said it was easy.
Is she going to get her PhD?
No. She's now teaching chemistry in Dubai. That's how I ended up here. So easier. So yeah, so you know, that's pretty dope in that regard, but she is probably one of the most thoughtful, smartest. I mean, she's once again probably the smartest one I've ever met, and I've worked with a lot of smart people, but she's phenomenal, and I wish, as I was speaking with her today, I was like, oh, wow, 13 years ago. So I've known her since 7th grade. And then my youngest son mom, she's back in Los Angeles. She is a major executive for a entertainment company. She works extremely hard, and she raises our son right now by herself because I'm here and he's there, and I give her nothing but respect and applause. And she's a great, great mother. I have nothing negative to say about her. I wish her all the best because I know her job is very, very busy. Put your phone away, sir. So if I see another phone, I'm going to take it. And I'm going to put it on eBay and I'm going to make money off of it. Now I'll probably give you $5 from it. And if you're watching something on your laptop that's not related to our class, I'm going to take your laptop and sell that on eBay. And I'm only going to give you $2 from it. All right, Tony? Because you were not paying nothing no attention. Wherever it was on your laptop, you were focused on, bro. So, I got 4 eyes. I can see very well. All right. So with all that being said, we talked about what? We talked about who?
Our queens.
We talked about our queens. We talked about certain women in our lives, from our mothers, our grandmothers, our great-grandmothers, aka big mamas, to certain teachers that locked us out, to certain individuals that are the opposite gender of us that has made a major impact in our life, correct? Let's take it to another level real quick, all right? Because we got a lot to talk about in a little time. With all that being said, we talk about, once again, mama, big mama, teachers, those women who has made the major influence, maybe significant others, who knows? But with all that being said, who is the most disrespected person on the planet? You said women. Let's take it to another level.
Black women.
Say again?
Black women.
Black women. Why? Why are black women, raise your hand on this, why are black women the most disrespected individual on the planet? Let's go here, here, here. Those three, that's it.
I feel like because I started off in slavery, we saw white men objectify them, and so when we were liberated, we started objectifying them ourselves, and so it's been passed down.
That's a great point. That's a great way to start us off. During slavery days, white men used to be like, ooh. Caught that? Everybody got that? Everybody got that visualization right there? All right, next.
They're in the intersection of two majorly personalities.
Okay. And mind you, this can relate to brown women as well. I definitely not discriminating because I know my brown sisters get their disrespect as well. All right, cool. Who was the third one? Go ahead.
Who was it?
No, he was the third one. Go ahead.
So I was going to say the media plays a huge role in and why black women are so disrespected. Do I need to be more specific?
Okay.
So one way is TV shows such as The Real Housewives and just movies that feature African American women in general. They have certain stereotypes and behaviors that tie towards people of that identity.
Okay.
For example, they exude a sense of flirtatiousness.
Okay.
I don't want to say. Well, if I say the word, I can very well get in trouble for saying it. But
Don't say it then. Don't say it then. Don't say it then.
Say it.
Tony, what you looking at? Tony, what are you looking at?
Oh, me?
What are you looking at? Because your attention is on that screen, and this is the second time for me to say that, so now I have to bust you out. What are you looking at? Turn the laptop around. Do not change it. I want to see what you're looking at. What is that? Why you disrespecting me like that, man? Come on, man. Come on, man. You're going to mess it up for everybody in here. Don't do that. You don't want to do that. All right. Continue.
So along with that,
And you know, I can tell your face lit up because the screen lit up. Continue.
they also exude flirtatious behaviors such as twerking.
What's up, Big Rod? Twerking.
Yes.
Everybody, you know.
I'm listening.
Oh, and then there's just the violent stereotypes that's associated with African American women, especially in those dramatic reality TV shows where they're always fighting, pulling out each other's hair.
Okay. Go ahead.
Always one thing I always noticed, because remember how the B word used to be a curse word?
Ooh, he
Now
gonna
they're
hit.
calling each other that and saying, I'm a bad B, and you're just, I don't know, it's just now they accepted it and made it as a characteristic.
That's interesting because I always make reference to that with my friends. And I've been having that argument for a very long time about how some women who don't want to be called a B will call themselves that, as well as their girlfriends that. Now, granted, I'm not a woman, and I am not entitled for anything a woman says, and will never be a
I think
woman.
that's parallel to us calling each other.
That's what I was trying to say.
It's kind of parallels calling us the N-words. Okay, that's a great debate. That's a great debate. All right, huh?
It's also paramount to the LGBTQ community. We claim the term queer,
Very good point.
and also to a lesser extent, the F-word.
That's a very good point. All right? All right. So we're going to watch a video real quick, right? Listen carefully. It is a 6-minute video that goes very quick with big words. Okay? I will be stopping the videos to make certain points, but pay attention.
When white ladies like me get angry, it's often dismissively blamed on our monthly menstrual cycle.
What's he say? When white women what? Like her get what? They get angry, they normally blame it on their periods, right? Okay. Y'all catching up already. You see how we doing this?
So imagine just how infuriating it would be if all of your negative emotions were blamed on your year-round skin tone.
Say what?
Being black or being
Being who?
black.
Or brown. All right? Anytime I say black, I will say brown. Because I look at it 50-50, all right? All right. Here we go.
I want to pick up on something that Jake said about the angry black woman. Who are
The who?
Angry black woman.
the black women you see on the local news at night in cities all over the country? They're usually angry about something.
They're usually angry about something. Who's normally angry about something? What do you think they're angry at? If they are angry. Are they angry?
No. It's just emotion.
Just asking. Just asking.
Stereotypology.
I love this site.
The stereotype of the angry black woman is a
She took my chicken, so I said
How many times have you seen the meme like that?
a lot.
Let me do a different one. How many friends has been labeled like that of yours? Or let me go a different one. How many people on certain platforms, social media, etc., have you seen like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Enough. Let's just say enough.
Here we go.
prime example of how these categorizations function as social control mechanisms. You see, slavery, racism, and pop culture
Ooh, somebody said slavery. Didn't y'all say slavery? Didn't y'all go there? All right, ingredients for a stereotype in who? Black or
Yes.
Slavery. Yeah, that happened. Regardless of what one of my homeboys, who I can't even talk to right now. That happened. Everybody know what that is, right?
Wait, he said it wasn't real.
Yeah, he's saying, I don't even want to talk about it. But I don't even know what to say. Anyway, that happened.
Ignorance.
This continues to happen. And what we in right now, what class we in?
50 sprinkles of pop.
50 sprinkles of pop culture.
And
Because it says ingredients he's making. Like,
I know. He always, he gonna put his sprinkles. All right, here we go.
Have cooked up and perpetuated 3 primary typecasts for African American women. The mammy,
The mammy.
never even heard.
Remember the mammy?
Nope.
Who don't know the mammy? Okay.
Who don't know?
Who don't know? Let's go back real quick. Cooked up and perpetuated. I can't talk right now. 3 primary typecasts for American black women. The mammy.
for African American women. The mammy.
Mammy.
Oh,
The
that.
mammy.
Oh, I heard.
The mammy.
I don't.
You get it? Anybody who still don't get it?
Is it supposed
Okay.
to be like a stereotype for how black women act as mothers?
Let's find out. We got the mammy.
Being the South.
The sapphire. Get that? The sapphire. And
Fire and the Jezebel.
the Jezebel.
Oh,
I heard Jezebel.
I know the Jezebel.
Yeah, I know it.
All right. On one end, this racial spectrum is the mammy. Here we go.
One end of this racist spectrum is the mammy, who emerged as a desexualized, often overweight caregiver to white slave-owning families, a role misperceived as compassionate compensation for the lack of her own personal and familial autonomy. On the other end,
Everybody got that?
No.
I told you, y'all gotta keep up.
Yeah.
Wake up. We're moving fast. We're gonna move fast in this class today. Because you know why? We have to. Because there's so much to cover. Go back one more time to what they say about the mammy.
as compassionate compensation, white slave caregiver, the mammy, who emerged as a desexualized, often overweight caregiver to white slave-owning families.
Often as a desexualized. Anybody know what that means?
Unattractive.
Unattractive, unfortunately. Overweight often. So they big mama. You caught that? Medea? Oh, caught that. Get it?
Oh, wow.
Got it?
Yeah.
All right. Caregiver. Because she's always giving wisdom, though. Right? Ain't Medea character always giving wisdom? That Big mama always giving wisdom? Right? Most of the time? Don't go across there, baby.
I see.
Don't go over there, baby. All right? You're going to learn the hard way. I'm just going to go over here. I'm just going to go over it. I did not tell you to go over it. Why'd you go over there? She has the wisdom, right? Y'all remember that? Do you have someone like that in your life? Something like that? Grandma, big mama? All right. To white slave-owning families, right? The mammy. The mammy was always the one that the master would talk to and be like, hey, Cheryl. I'm just naming one. I'm not saying Cheryl was a name, but hey, Cheryl. Or mammy. What's wrong with these Negroes? Why they act like that? Why they doing all that? You see what I'm saying? Why they trying to get away? Catch what I'm saying? All right, let's go some more. That's the mammy.
Families, a role misperceived as compassionate compensation for the lack of her own personal and familial autonomy. On the other end,
Uh-oh. We're going to go to the other side. So we went from the mammy on this side of the spectrum, right? Which was, once again, the unattractive one, right? To who? The sapphire, which is the what? The attractive, over-sexualized one, right? Here we go.
is the hypersexualized and often lighter-skinned Jezebel.
Ooh. You caught that? You caught that too, huh? Lighter skin, right? There goes that whole light skin, dark skin debate too. We're not even gonna touch that. I refuse to touch that. I don't. I refuse to touch the light skin, dark skin debate. All right? I don't go there. But often lighter skin, Jezebel portrayed as the irresistible temptress. Caught that? All right, here we go.
Portrayed as an irresistible temptress in order to justify the systematic rape and impregnation.
Ooh. Systematic rape and impregnation of enslaved women. Think about this for a second, right? We're talking about slave days now, right? The first thing bullet point was slavery, right? Now, lighter skin.
They was in the house.
And what else?
They got raped in the house by a mess.
Let's continue. Nah, stop. Just keep it simple. Keep it simple.
Impregnation of enslaved women. Then
So now, you got, once again, you got who?
The mammy.
The mammy on this side, right? And then on this side, you got who?
Sapphires.
So who's in the middle? Let's go.
smack dab in the middle is the sapphire, aka the angry black woman stereotype.
AKA.
Wait, the
You
sapphire?
caught that too?
Yeah.
You caught that too? You caught that? Everybody caught that, right?
No.
Once again,
Oh, she said
you got who over here?
Mammy.
Who you got over here?
Jezebel.
Who's in the middle? And the sapphire is what?
The angry black woman.
The angry black woman. Supposedly. Wait, hold up.
Supposedly.
Supposedly. Man, you know what this is? Yeah, because I didn't until I got to college. Because if I did this back home, I would have got shot. Cause that's on me.
You would.
Facts.
Slightly newer invention than
Go back a second.
is the sapphire, aka the angry black woman stereotype. A slightly newer invention than the mammy and the Jezebel, the sapphire functions to simultaneously marginalize.
Ooh. The sapphire functions to simultaneously marginalize black woman intelligence. That's a little deep. Let's see what they mean by that.
Black women's intelligence and respectability while also channeling through her racialized fear and disdain of black men.
What that mean?
She doesn't like black.
What else?
She's fearful.
Of her race.
Yeah, she's fearful of her own
Trying to put her more weight.
Huh?
Trying to
Anybody else? Okay.
Ever since her stage debut in early 19th century minstrel shows where she was performed by white dudes in blackface.
Huh?
White dudes in blackface.
Huh? Wait. Did y'all see that? I saw that.
Shows where she was performed by white dudes in blackface.
So that's a dude first and foremost. It's a dude dressed up as a woman. It's a kind of Medea. But it's a white dude putting on black face. You got that? Kind of deep right there, right? And that's reality.
The sapphire has been played up for laughs as a less civilized contrast to proper white ladies.
You caught that? Interesting how this white woman is breaking it down in terms of stereotypes of the sapphire, right? Interesting.
As
Contrast to proper white ladies. Sapphire's namesake emerged quite a bit later on America's.
Proper white ladies. Sapphire's namesake emerged quite a bit later on America's favorite radio show, Amos and Andy, which aired from 1928 to 1960. And the show's delightful comedic premise that white audiences love to tune into, mocking the hijinks and dialect of its black characters, including Sapphire, the hot-tempered and constantly berating wife of the bumbling George Kingfish Stevens. Even though the NAACP and civil rights activists were instrumental in getting the televised version of Amos and Andy finally pulled from syndication in 1966, Sapphire has been alive and not so well on screen ever since, with the brunt of her almost surrealist aggression usually targeted to black male characters. There's Aunt Esther and Sanford and Son.
You just keep sucking on that sucker.
Sucker. Anybody ever watched this?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! I used to laugh watching this show growing up, right? Y'all know the song?
Yeah.
Why sing along? Anyway,
Lona Woods in Good Times.
anybody ever watch Good Times?
Yeah.
Anybody ever heard Good Times? Woo! Hey, real talk. I used to be scared of mama, boy, because I knew that was my mama, grandmother.
Skipper Florence Johnson and the Jeffersons. Pam on Martin.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all clapping for Pam? Are y'all clapping for BDB?
Wait. You know that they was originally gonna make her white before this all started. They was gonna make her white, and they had to fight for it. Chris said he wanted a black mom.
Wait, you talking about?
Everybody hate Chris.
Okay, see, you wouldn't. I didn't know that. I didn't know. No, I was like, wait a minute, huh? Okay, here we go.
Pam on Martin, Rochelle, and Everybody Hates Chris. Terry and Barbershop.
Ooh, y'all watch Barbershop the movie before? Y'all remember Eve and her character? Who drunk my soda? Was it soda or juice? Soda. It was one of them. Who drank my beverage? Let's do it. I can't remember the exact it was, but who drank my beverage, right?
Rasputia and
You and I are like so right here, right now. I feel.
That's like my favorite movie.
That movie is so.
Hey, Norman is funny, first of all. Like if Joe was way out here.
You remember when she got into the car and she was like, I can't fit in the car?
Every time they would have sex, she would fly through the window and land on him.
No comment. Hold on. About to get deep though.
Angela and Why Did I Get Married? Not to mention pretty much all of Tyler Perry's Video Empire. Entire reality shows sometimes revolve around this trope, such as
So we done went from the movies now, right? We done went from the TV shows, right? Now we're going to what?
Reality. Quote unquote.
Thank you. Quote unquote reality TV. Let's go.
Seriously, it is.
Who does? I had to ask this in the last class. A lot of students didn't know. Who does not know about the Bad Girls Club?
I don't know about any of those.
Who's never seen an episode of the Bad Girls Club? All right, real quick.
I can probably guess what happened there.
Here we go. This is the reunion show right here. Reunion. Like when they all, after all the episodes been aired and then they come together to talk. This is the reunion show. It's not even the real show.
Until next time, it's your girl Tanisha signing off.
I don't even get how to
I like how the security guards are really doing.
So real quick.
Oh, wait, because he got.
I ain't gonna sleep.
Call Bellevue. What better revenge than to wake them up while they're chilling in their beds with a nice old big party marching band? I'm not done. You think I'm done? Is that there?
I get a
And I will sacrifice my body.
They're not even fighting.
No, that part that wasn't, but like when they got into the end,
Anyway, I'm done with them. Let's continue.
When she was a long time ago contestant on I Want to Work for P. Diddy, she had to actively resist producers' pressures for her to play up being an angry black woman on P. Diddy.
Oh, let's go back.
She
You hear
had
that?
to
You heard what she said? What happened now?
She had to resist to not be.
What that mean?
She didn't want to.
She didn't want to, right? But what was happening?
They wanted her to betray that role.
Who's they?
White producer.
Who's really they?
White producer.
Who's really they?
audience.
Who's really they? What class we in right now? Oh, thank you.
Society.
It's a society. Because why? We're not gonna get ratings.
It's boring.
It's boring.
No black
If
people
she's
fight.
just level-heading like.
It's boring. This is boring. I need some drama. I need some drama. Can you give me some drama, please? Can you do your hands like this and shake your head and say... Master.
My sister showed me this video.
Or when they're talking, oh, she's gonna give me sass, or she's gonna get mad, or she's gonna roll her eyes, or she's gonna do this and that.
But what was the other part to that?
That's how
They
mold themselves to be
So-
the white.
So, hey girlfriend, and she act, this white girl saying hi, hi to the, hey girlfriend. You trying to act black? Or you trying to be cool? Or you trying to be sassy? You see what I'm saying? So imagine how that woman feels at her job that she has to, unfortunately, act like this. Not even act, but it's portrayed like this to where if she acts a certain way, she might lose her job, right? See what I'm saying with that? Let's go a little deeper.
The stereotype can't just be out achieved. Case in point, New York Times TV critic Alessandra Stanley.
Anybody know Shonda Rhimes?
Yes.
Who's Shonda Rhimes?
She wrote How to Get Away with Murder.
How to Get Away with Murder. Scandal.
Yeah.
You heard Scandal?
No.
Grey's Anatomy.
Kerry Washington.
So all those shows she created. Alright, never heard of them? You don't watch TV really?
I might have heard of it.
Might heard of them, but alright, you heard Kerry Washington?
You heard about Emily's Keating? Kevin Spacey.
Hey, I'm still a big How to Get Away with Murder fan, even though I don't watch TV no more.
I don't watch any of those shows. I watch Netflix.
You don't watch
I try.
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let's continue it. Here we go. Hurry up.
Collapsing Shonda Rhimes, as well as her complex characters of Grey's Anatomy's Dr. Miranda Bailey, How to Get Away with Murder's Annalise Keating, and Scandal's Olivia Pope into angry black women, largely based on them being black women. Even being First Lady doesn't stop it.
As potentially the first African American First Lady, I was also the focus of another set of questions and speculations. Conversations sometimes rooted in the fears and misperceptions of others. Was I too loud, or too angry, or too emasculating?
Simply replacing
let's go back.
angry with strong isn't helping matters either.
Station American
Being first.
Who was that? Who was that? Who was she? She's the first who?
She's the first lady.
Alright, but before she was blessed to have the opportunity to be the first African American woman, first lady, she was also what? Perceived to be an African black woman, but she's a what? She's from Chicago, but what else? Harvard grad, some other schools too. In fact, where did her and Barack meet?
I think they met at Harvard.
Yeah. But she's perceived as a what? Harvard Law School. But she's perceived as a what?
Angry black woman.
Hi, Kieran. What's up, son? How you doing, man? You good? All right, cool. Anyway, she's perceived as a what? But she went to what schools? Harvard. And some other great top institutions in the nation. But she's perceived as a what? So no matter how many degrees you may have, you still may be perceived as Okay, let's continue.
Lady doesn't stop.
Listen what she said again.
The first African American First Lady. I was also the focus of another set of questions and speculations. Conversations sometimes rooted in the fears and misperceptions of others. Was I too loud, or too angry, or too emasculating?
Simply replacing angry with strong isn't helping matters either.
Please, you speak the truth.
Just something that professor and MSNBC host Melissa Harris-Perry describes as
that's
a
why I get good now.
ideal that props up this myth of the strong black woman who simply doesn't need any resources or support because she can manage on her own. Hence,
Wait. Huh?
She can do better on her own.
What'd you say? That was Whoopi. Sister Act. Wait, what did you just say? Say that again.
Are they like pointing out that they take care of households by themselves?
Okay, but No.
She could get on her own.
Let's rewind that. Listen again.
The ideal that props up this myth of the strong black woman who simply doesn't need any resources or support because she can manage on her own. Hence, no need for us to fix anything. Perry describes
Say that one more time, because it's going to make sense.
It props up this myth of the strong black woman who simply doesn't need any resources or support because she can manage on her own.
What did that sound like?
City girls.
Huh?
City girls.
Huh?
City girls.
What about it?
I'm not trying to say real.
I'll say it for you. Real that.
Right.
Oh!
Bad girls slave.
I'm just getting that.
Oh.
Caught that? You see that? I'm mad at y'all right now. Huh? You see how what she just made reference to, and in fact, when I was watching the video, I said, oh, that's City Girl. Real that. Don't need it. You see what I'm saying? Kind of interesting how that song, that part right there is so connected. Anyway, we'll get deep later.
They ain't right that part.
Yeah, they ain't right now.
Hence, no need for us to fix anything.
I do wrote that.
And just in case it isn't clear enough that the angry black woman is a racist pop cultural concoction, there's even empirical data to myth bust it. A 2009 study found that not only did African American women report significantly less frequent angry reactions in the face of perceived disrespect, negative evaluations, and criticism, younger women in particular were far likelier to suppress rather than express intense anger. Intense anger. So when it comes to what we should do about this angry black woman stereotype, I think Angela Bassett's got the right idea.
It's kind of dangerous. It's satisfying to watch.
So, you see how, and take out your laptops, you see how, and go to Google Classrooms, but you see how that 6-minute video took like 30 minutes to watch because we had to sit there and really analyze what is being said, because what's being said is pretty concurrent of what's going on in 2019. You see what I'm saying? Granted, this was made who knows when, but the point I'm trying to make is, you see how the City Girls, in that regard, in terms of what she said, kind of went hand in hand right there. But let's go back. Once again, we had the Mammy, we had the who? And then we had, interesting how we look at all those, right?
Wait, it's the other way.
No, it was, no, we had it right.
Sapphire.
We had the Mammy, Sapphire, that relates to the Jezebel, who is also known as the what again? The angry, quote unquote, angry black women. Yes, sir.
I also feel like that once you get told something a lot, you're gonna start believing it. So that's what I think is happening now.
If someone kept telling you smart, what you gonna keep thinking? If someone told you stupid, what you gonna start thinking? No, say you smart. I just did some reverse psychology. That's one of the things I put out there. If someone said you good in sports and you good in basketball, what you gonna think? You good in basketball, right? If someone say you handsome, you gonna think what? All right, let's go a different route. If we as men, y'all as young men, excuse me. If we as men and y'all as young men, if y'all keep telling a beautiful woman, a beautiful young woman that she's beautiful, she's gonna really believe that from you, correct? But if you start treating her disrespectfully, she's gonna start believing that too. All right. Let's go to the SMASH classroom. The most disrespected person in America is still the black woman. Excuse me. Why is my Wi-Fi keep messing with me? You're really trying to piss me off today, aren't you? All right, everybody on it? Huh?
Shall we begin?
Catch up with someone. All right. Somebody read this right here.
In recent weeks, rapper French Montana and Fox News personality Bill O'Reilly have taken racist shots at black women's hair. This type of behavior has been going on for far too long.
All right. Now, he has locks. Correct. What do you call those?
Twist.
Twists. What do you call your hair?
Two-strand twist.
Okay. What do you call your hair? Just natural black hair, or afro, or whatever. Straight up, right? Let's just be real. I'm bald and balding. I ain't tripping. I'm still handsome, but But you catch my point, right? So imagine you don't spend you every 2 weeks, you don't spend $200 to $300 to $400 on your hair, right? Because these women are spending $200, $300, $400 on their hair, right? Right? And then you're gonna get disrespected by it. You see what I'm saying? Let's go a little bit deeper. You don't spend all this money on your hair for someone to disrespect you and say, I prefer real hair. But then again, but this person, this woman, this black woman is like, you know what? I'm trying to take care of my hair for the longevity. It's hot outside, I don't need no perm and stuff to that nature. We're not in their shoes, so we can only imagine the hair status of what they go through or the comments they receive from their hair. So to see this article and see how the most disrespected person in America is a black woman, and we're not even talking about the other things in the workplace we talk about, not even sexually we talk about, but just starting with this article with the hair. The hair. You see what I'm saying? That's just the tip of the iceberg of what they deal with. Somebody read those first two paragraphs, please.
The most disrespected person in America is a black woman. The most unprotected person in America is a black woman. The most neglected person in America is a black woman.
Repeat that.
The most disrespected person in America is a black woman. The most unprotected person in America is a black woman. The most neglected person in America is a black woman.
Malcolm X wrote that. That was probably in the 60s. What's this, 2019? I think that's pretty true still, right? Continue.
That famous Malcolm X quote found new life via Beyonce memorabilia sampling the speech on her acclaimed 2016 album Lemonade. That album was largely an expression of the pain and trial found in black womanhood, a beautifully creative signpost where we should see evidence of every day. I witnessed the brilliance of black women constantly, from solid critique to unbridled creativity. I've often witnessed the brutal way we use to subjugate and spiritually crush black women. I thought about that repeatedly after Twitter controversy from earlier this week.
I'll read this. Rapper. Hey, French Montana's what, ethnicity wise?
White. Mixed.
He's African, actually. He's Moroccan.
Really?
He's just light skinned.
He's
He's Moroccan. Where's Morocco?
It's on the coast.
He's American Moroccan.
Yeah.
Afro's
He's what?
Hispanic. Right?
No. What is it? So I heard it. He's what?
Moroccan.
He's Moroccan. All right. So this black guy, catch my drift? He's this African. Attacked his sister. I'm sorry, he attacked a black woman, but he attacked who? His sister. On Twitter. He couldn't even say it to her face. He had to 140 characters. You catch that? After she tweeted dismissively about him. The fact that French Montana thinks anyone cares about him, she tweeted. Whoa. Let's read one more time. The fact that French Montana thinks anyone cares about him, she tweeted. Her words weren't directed at the rapper. He wasn't at it. In her tweet, she was just one of the several people who tweeted something anti and against French Montana. But for whatever reason, the rapper decided to lash out with this tweet. Don't say it, read it. Read it to yourself. Read it to yourself. Hey, I'm sorry, but those Peretta Justin braids Darren Jackson wore in the movie, I loved them.
Me too.
No cap.
So, you see what he said, right? You read what he said. Why'd you? I didn't say read it out loud. I said read it to yourself, right? But you see how disrespectful he was in a tweet.
It wasn't even that serious.
It wasn't even a serious tweet. But his response, eventually over the top response to a lukewarm tweet with just the ladies in the stream, and this was a couple years ago when this happened.
Oh, 2 years?
A couple years ago, 2017. So, you see what he did. Y'all heard Bill O'Reilly?
Who's that?
Well, let me show you.
Angry with Maxine Waters. I want more of it.
Okay, I'm so glad
Let's
you
go.
asked.
Is that Bill O'Reilly?
Yep.
We
Who's
have
that?
suffered discrimination. We've suffered isolation and undermining, but we stand up for America, oftentimes when others who think they are more patriotic, who say they're more patriotic, do not. When we fight against this president and we point out how dangerous he is for this society and for this country, we're fighting for the democracy. We're fighting for America. We're saying to those who say they're patriotic, but they turn a blind eye to the destruction that he's about to cause this country, you're not nearly as patriotic as we are.
So what does that mean, Bill? We've been listening all morning. I didn't hear a word she said. I was looking at the James Brown wig. If we have a picture of James, it's the same. It's the same one, right?
No,
And he's not
okay,
using
I
it.
can
You're all wrong.
I
about
have to
this.
defend her on that. You can't go after a woman's looks. I think she's very attractive.
But I didn't say she wasn't attractive. I love James Brown. But it's the same hair James Brown, the godfather of soul, had.
So he had girl hair.
Whatever it is, I just couldn't get by it. Now, you're all wrong about Maxine Waters. Number one, she's a sincere individual. Whatever she says, she believes. She's not a phony, all right? That's right. And that's old school, all right? And if you're not old school, you got this new book coming out. So we're giving Maxine a break here. I love you, Maxine. I want to see you on The Factor. And when hell freezes over, I'm sure that'll happen.
Right. Now let's talk about, we're saying to those.
Anyway, show got canceled, but all right. Anyway, back to where we were. I didn't hear words he said because of what he said. So anyway.
Oh, that's the O'Reilly.
Yeah.
Oh, the auto parts.
Not that, but anyway.
Oh, and the oop.
So Maxine went off. She said, I am a strong black woman. She tweeted after the moment began with making media rounds. I cannot be intimidated, and I am not going anywhere. Black woman at work. I mean, he apologized, but you know.
Somebody should have beat him up.
Let's go a little deeper real quick. As I said many times, I respect Congresswoman Maxine Waters for being, I'm skip that. And there were other recent controversies. Comedian George Lopez. I love George Lopez. George Lopez is funny. But, let's go there real quick. George comedian last out at a biracial woman in the audience at a show in Arizona. There are only two rules in Latino family. Don't marry someone black and don't part in front of their house.
Whoa.
A woman appeared to give Lopez the middle finger in response to a joke, which erased the comment. There we go.
There's still two rules in fucking Latinos family. Don't marry somebody black, and don't park in front of our house. Sit your fucking ass down.
What?
Sit your fucking ass down. I'm talking bitch, sit your fucking ass down. Hey, see your show, sit your ass down. You can't take a joke, you're in the wrong motherfucking place. You can't take a joke.
joke, obviously.
Anyway,
Well then.
You get to understand.
I observed all of these incidents and thought about how they all feature non-black men attacking black women in the same ways that black women have been berated for years for being ugly, for their hair, for being loud. I thought about how often I see black women being attacked on social media with these same exact kinds of insults. It's sadly common for a woman to be hit with insults about her appearance, but black women have been historically mocked and marginalized for physical traits specific to black womanhood. And they've been routinely vulturified for perceived negative behaviors that are fairly universal. And no one can pretend these sorts of attacks only come from non-black men. From the radio to my social media timeline, I see variations of contempt for black women all too regularly. And sometimes it hits closer to home than I like to face. There have been times when I know I've talked over and talked down to black women who were more accomplished, more astute, and obviously more patient than I. It's something that I didn't want to believe applied to me, but reflecting on some of the worst social media changes I've had over the years, myself included, more than a few have happened because I felt obligated to correct a black woman on her perspective, or because I refused to take what she was saying seriously. As I sat down to write this, prepared to wag a finger at, French Montana, I had to look at myself, and I also had to think about how many conversations I had with my friends who felt they'd been emasculated just because they were publicly criticized or reprimanded by a black woman. How often are we the enablers, or worse, endorsers of what have done and continue to do so by black women? Let's go a different route. Black women are still poorly depicted in the media. That's also that's in the classroom. That is this one right here, the essence one. Okay? Black women still poorly depicted in media. When you think of media representation of black women, what comes to mind? When you think of media representation of black women, what comes to mind? Loud. Aggressive. Go ahead. Come on. Independent, ghetto.
I was gonna say like sexy, like they have American.
Sexy. Okay. What else? Got ass.